What's good, everybody? This is Mr. Sorry with my second album review. And now we're going to review the underground music of Bill Hoodoo, his debut album, Crystal Skull, released on Psychopathic Records. And based on my last video, I'm going to review these albums from 1 to 5 on my scale and the uh, songs I need to check out, the weaknesses and strong points in the album. So let's get right into it. First of all, here's the album. In the picture, he looked like the boogeyman from WF back in the day. They remember him. Um, if you can see the very small Prince of Riser logo, and then you get on a few touches. The album cover is sick, hands down one of the best album covers from the underground. One of the most underrated album covers, in my opinion. The songs you need to check out of the album inside give you the Hatchet um, online purchase that on sale for y'all. You got the pamphlets, booklets, and information. Also, I'm not gonna take it out because there's a whole lot. The CD itself is a Green Skull, paying in mind of Crazy Bone Stub Mentality 1999 album from the cover of the CD. The back of it, right here, make sure it's official, and the back cover art, Big Hoodoo holding the Little Light Skull. So let's get right into the tracks. This CD had 15 tracks. First track is the intro. Second track, Hex. Third track, The Raven. 4 is Give It Life. 5 is Mountain Climbing, featuring Violent J, the Insane Clown Posse, and Awesome Dre. 6 is Busted, Little Blistered. 7, Never Had. 8 is Darkening. 9, Crystal Ball. 10 is Spills, featuring Insane Clown Posse, both Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope. Number 11 is Happily Ever After. Number 12 is My Homie. Number 13 is The Links. Number 14 Detroit Murderers. And 15 is World. The World is Very Different. There's an official music video on YouTube on the Psychopathic website, an account. It's Never Had. It's a great song. It touches on his life growing up as a kid, the way how his mother abused him, treated, he got molested, and all the serious topics most people don't talk about. There was this whole album is really based upon his upcoming and his background story of the artist, and it's one main thing I like when the artists tell them more about their life and background story, other than all this nonsense like money, cars, clothes, blah blah blah, and every single starting off music. Um, the other great song I like is Dark Side. Got a great horrorcore beat, great story behind it. Make you feel like a old ICP Twisted Dark Lotus type song. And the other good song you should check out is Detroit Murderers. One of the best beats on the whole album. The song take you to like an old 2000 um take back it takes you to like an old Detroit Beverly Hills EP by Insane Clown Posse. The intro of that tape that what Detroit Murderers put in mind of. This album came out in I believe 2000 and let me see focus. 15, 13. Sorry. This album came in 2013. It's very rare and very limited pricings of this album. I'm not sure if it's no longer on the psychopathic merchandise or the or any of his albums really. And if you want to find a physical copy, there might be some on eBay or Amazon. I'm not 100% sure. And it is also download for iTunes, also and Google Play and sites like that. And all rating from 1 to 5, I give this album uh 4.5. Only reason I don't give it a full 5 because I think that some other songs of the albums are thrown around just like fillers for the albums, and I think that like some songs he just not slack on, but it don't get you all into like what's gonna happen to the next song or like leave you like a cliffhanger too much. You know, like, I understand it's good to leave people with cliffhangers, but the way some songs end is gonna leave you with like the whole meaning of the song. You get partial meaning, but you don't fully grasp everything that you want to. And the other reason I give it a strong 4.5, just because it's not your typical horrorcore album. The beats is not like Triple Six Mafia or none like twisted type beats. They're more like DJ Clay, Young Wicked, but there's some tracks and other people from the Psychopathic count. The beats are very unique and different. You don't gotta have all this bass and stuff into beats to make people get all behind it. It's more like a good type Midwest vibe. Something like the old Kid Rock very first album. I think it's a chicken and grits or biscuit grits or something like that back in 91 or 2. And it put like an old Eve Sean type album, in my personal opinion. He did have another album also called Asylum that I'm gonna also review sooner or later. And this is his very first and only, but very first solo project. I think he have another project coming out soon this year or maybe next year. But I know he released a video at the end of last year of a new song. So if you want to support his music, support Big Hoodoo at Twitter and Instagram at Big Hoodoo. And if you want some copies of this album, I would try eBay or Amazon for physical copies. There's probably no more left on Psychopathic merchandise, or his website don't get nothing at all in stock for none of his albums for the physical. But downloads are on Google Play and iTunes. So give you a copy, check this album out. Have a great day. This your boy Mr. Syric. Got more views coming soon. Peace.